Right, all right. Hey, hey. All right. So, Leos, I wanted to go ahead and do a storytelling that would be a little bit inspired by Akashic Records. Remember, I'm a fictional storyteller. I'm not saying I don't know how I feel about Akashic Records, to be honest, but the inspiration that I'm going to use for this is kind of for the month of September. And if we think about Akashic Records, it's the concept that everything that could happen, will happen, has happened for a character is already kind of like recorded in the Hall of Records. So, what I'm going to say, my spin on this today is simply for the month of September, what avenues could be open to a character should they choose to go down that road? Should they choose to take certain actions? What it's almost like if somebody is standing there and they're like in the dream state and they can envision, like, if I did X, Y, or Z, what might be the outcome of that versus if I did this or this or this, because of course every character has choices to make every single day, but I'm looking at it more like actual pathways. Okay, so we start out with 10 of Cups. So if Leo chose this month to focus their energy on everything that is good. By the way, this card came out as like the second card, I think, for the Leo video. Or excuse me, the Libra video, excuse me, Leos. So, and I always think that my Leo and Libras are somehow interwoven. We have the King of Wands. If the Leo took a pathway this month of saying, first and foremost, I am determined that I will choose joy, I will choose happiness, I will pay attention to the things that actually bring tons of light and value into my life. And most importantly, it'll be the things that make me feel like I've transformed. If I choose things this month, a pathway this month, and I really sat down and I said, what would make me happy? And I'm honest with myself. What would genuinely give me the greatest happiness possible? I think that the answer for this, Leo, would be, well, I would transform some things. I would let some things die. I would maybe hold a little ceremony to say goodbye to things of my past that I don't need to carry on with me. Old dreams, old wishes, old versions of myself, old letters, old, mementos, things from people, places, and romances and such from long ago and far away. And I would maybe lovingly release those things. I would write someone's name on a piece of paper and let it float down the river and say, I send you a goodbye. I loved you once. That was what we shared was beautiful, but you're not part of my life today, and that's okay. I love what we did have. You added value to my life, but now here I am choosing happiness in the here and the now for me. I would like to transform and kind of like transcend what I've already had in my life. Even the happy things that are no longer a part of my day to day, it's time that I kind of like clean out some old memories so I can fully embrace the me that I am today and who I will become. That's the way I would describe this. So if this Leo were to do some very symbolic things, letting go of some things, maybe somebody's going to go camping and have a campfire, and that's going to be like, they're just going to mentally sit and like imagine, without taking action, but imagine like every time there's a crackle of the fire, they picture like that was another thing that I am sending up with a, like a Viking warrior's death, like I celebrate that part of my life that I've already accomplished, and I'm ready to transform into the new me. This is somebody who's not living in past glory days. This is somebody who's not holding on to exes and old lovers. This is a Leo who, if they should choose to take this path in the month of September, they may find themselves suddenly feeling lighter. They may actually look in the mirror and be like, damn, I look good. I'm not puffy. I'm not fat. Something has lifted off of me. Stress is off of me. I'm not, bogged down or bloated and chubby with old memories and old emotions. There's something here. I mean, he's got his arms thrown up like, God, I feel amazing. I feel strong. It doesn't matter what age this person is. They could suddenly look more youthful, look more attractive. They could feel lighter. But I think it all is coming from an emotional headspace of releasing things. We have a Two of Swords. It will also, this is interesting because this is like, I describe this as Leo is standing at this moment where what pathway might they want to take in the month of September? If they shed old versions of themselves in order to only gravitate toward the greatest happiness. No blockages, nothing that would impede. It's almost like they got to clear their schedules so that they can do every awesome, fun, beautiful, exciting thing that they have wanted to. I feel like they're going to be making time for, if they love to go take a walk down by that lily pond every night, they will put that on their schedule. They will make sure that happens instead of watching an old reruns of a TV show. They're not going to do that. They're going to go ahead and say, I get way more joy after work going out and walking, that half a mile, 1 mile over to that park that has that blooming lily that I love to look at in the evening twilight. That's what I'm going to do for myself in the month of September every night instead of watching an old rerun. It's little simple changes that they can employ in their life, but it's also having major impact. And by doing that, it opens up and simultaneously closes other doorways. And I say that because we have these two different vortexes of energy. We've got the black hole, but then we've got like this looks like Tron to me, like a more technological blueprint vision of what a black hole looks like. But instead of saying a black hole, it's like, ooh, it's the big vacuum that sucks stuff in. We don't know what happens. It's more like, hey, I could have a wormhole that I jump through. I could jump timelines. I could expedite changing my life massively. I could cut a new little wormhole just for me that could go through the fabric of time and space, and I could carve a new life for myself, like an expedited pathway for something really special. If I were to do this, if I wanted to do this, but I would have to block some other pathway. It's almost like, are they willing to jump down into the like through the portal? I think this Leo is preparing themselves for jumping through a portal. Magician is in the reverse. Four of Wands is upright. Remember, this is very much about choosing happiness, simultaneously letting go of past stuff, and then being willing to close some doors, and then being willing to just say, I didn't realize I had been blocking certain things. Now I see those portals open. Do I want to jump on in? This could very much be about love. Instead of trying to manifest love, this Leo could find themselves falling right into, this is that card of marriage sometimes. Four of Wands doesn't have to be about love and romance, so it could just be about this perfectly harmonious, balanced place in life for them. Let's see. I don't know. Tell me a little bit more about this. Tell me about the Four of Wands just a little bit further. Two of Cups sideways. Okay. Leo has the opportunity. Again, should they choose to take it, they could meet their Two of Cups person in the month of September. Could. It's sideways. It is still like, wow, if I'm in this beautiful head and heart space, I'm letting go of all things from the past. I'm clearing out old energy, old memories. I am ready to jump through a portal when it presents itself. Leo has to be willing to basically make a brave step forward. And it might not be that they think and they properly manifest. This can be the snake oil salesman. This can be maybe Leo has, in the past, they're going to realize that they used a false method of trying to manifest. Like maybe they would say something different than what they actually wanted. And now this is more like just the sudden, intuitive, instinctual, I'm just going to jump toward the thing that, like free word association, somebody says, say the first thing that pops into your head when I say seashell, and it's like, whatever that is, that might be indicative of something that their subconscious latched onto, or what they really think, or what they really want. I feel like this Leo is going to be more like impulsive like that. Maybe they're even going to do those little exercises with themselves to kind of uncover what their subconscious really wants. They might have a lot of free association right now that pops into their head that's more authentic than them sitting around saying, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, that's what I want. They could have been full of some hot air without realizing it. And discovering, because I think that this is a Leo who actually really wants union, companionship of a really beautiful important kind. And maybe they've been busy saying, oh no, I'm single, I love it, I'm doing career stuff. Maybe in fact they've actually wanted something else. They've wanted their perfectly balanced match or mate. This could be the month that they just simply let go of any inhibitions and it just fully embrace that, fully say, you know what, truth is, there, if I think of what's important, what comes to mind right now, oh, a person's name, somebody that I'm in love with, you know what, I actually would like that. I would like to have that partnership. I would like them to be my partner. Damn, I didn't know I was harboring that thought. This could be subconscious stuff, just like spits out into Leo's forefront of their mind. I do feel like names, places, ideas will just poof, pop into our Leo's mind. It's because they've made space for it. They're going to discover what their subconscious has been holding on to. We have Emperor and we have Justice. The Emperor is in the reverse. I gotta say, if Leo's going to be possibly going down this road, remember everything is governed by, I want great happiness. I free myself up to feel young and sexy and vital and have great happiness. I am willing to jump into the subconscious of what I truly want and acknowledge it. This Leo could be realizing that they could have had some pretty gnarly experiences with like tyrannical divine masculines in the past. And they are also going to become aware of something that has held them back. It could be that this Leo has had a rough go of it when it comes to masculine energy. This Leo could be a masculine. They came up as a King of Wands, but I'm going to say Leo's having some big epiphanies. We keep talking about them understanding themselves better because they're opening up their mind to that. They're opening up what is in my subconscious. If the Leo gets to know themselves really, really well, they could uncover what they want. They could also uncover where blockages have been and things that have bothered them that maybe they didn't fully identify before. And again, this is all for the purpose of them not to do like trauma, resurface trauma, but rather I want to be really happy. Is there any impediment to my happiness? Is there anything that prevents me from having a loving, healthy, happy relationship? And Leo could discover, you know what? I'm realizing my biggest obstacle to having a happy marriage of my own is that maybe I remember I had a pretty rough, like role model in the realm of like relationships, because that could be a father figure, maybe a mother figure, but somebody that they couldn't trust or rely on. They're realizing that like that might have played a big role in what has impeded Leo so far in having like a really awesome connection of their own. They might realize, oh, it's because I had something patterned to me that was not nice. And I maybe have always been, what I think this is that this Leo is starting to understand if they have remained single for a long time or struggled to fully embrace and give their full trust to a partner, or to really deep down believe that they could be in a happy, loving connection. I'm thinking they're finally putting their finger on why they never fully believed that. This was a buried, embedded memory, I think, of something like I say, an unhappy household that they were raised in, an unfair or tyrannical like mother, father figure, somebody that patterned oppression to them. And that was undermining their ability to fully find and believe in having a beautiful connection for themselves. Well, they're opening up that door and they're just saying, you know what? Why should I have any blockages to being happy? I surrender old suppressed memories. I'm not doing shadow work, trauma work, reliving it. I'm just letting it come to the surface and being like, oh, that's like when we clean out a fridge and we find that we had, some little yucky like spill of something that was molding in the way back of our fridge. It's just time to clean the fridge out. That's what this month is for our Leo. I'm cleaning out the fridge of anything that's ucky. And all I got to do once I find what's ucky in there is clean it out. And then I know that, wow, I did a deep clean. It feels amazing. Wow, we have the Lovers. This could be a month where Leo, their love life takes off like a rocket, all because they allow crap that was settled down at the bottom to bubble up to the surface, and they skim off the scum, and guess what, it's go time. This is a big month to change the outcome for romance for our Leo. That seems to be the main focus. So far, I've only done 2 other zodiacs, but it's slightly different for each character. There's a lot of positive opportunity. I don't know why the month of September is so special. I don't usually do monthly stories anyway. So this is unusual for me to actually do as a whole. So maybe there's something really special in the air for, September as a whole, like just the vibrational change. I love September and October. Those are my 2 favorite months of the entire year. So maybe it's my excitement too, that I'm like, oh, it feels so good. So maybe the storytelling is just having that positive vibe, because I'm the storyteller and there's a positive vibe, that I look everywhere I look, there's something lovely about this time of the year. But this I don't decide what cards come out. These are genuinely awesome, positive cards. We have 8 of Swords and we have 10 of Pentacles. The wrap up here for what Leo could have during the month of September, should they choose this pathway, should they start with happy. My word for the month of September is happy. What makes me happy? Well, honestly, I'm happy that there's lots of stuff that I don't have to deal with anymore, and I want to be happier every single day. So what will that take? I think I'll clean out my closet. I think I'll clean out old energy. I think I will find a swift way to get to the bottom of anything that's been holding me back, and I'll let those things go. Oh, you know what? I realize I've told myself some lies about love, and that was preventing me from really having a really happy marriage. In fact, I realized why I've never been married or why I haven't had a successful marriage. I didn't really trust that it was out there, but I'm trusting it now. Holy smokes, I'm trusting it. This feels amazing. I figured out why I didn't trust it, and I can let that go. I can clean out that part of my fridge. And now here comes the great love. Here comes the opportunity. Here's the 8 of Swords is where a character's been stuck. But this is, I feel love in my heart. I feel like I can really enjoy a relationship with someone. That stuck energy that I used to feel is actually being replaced by the idea, the mental space that, no, I could have a lover who loves me, and I don't have to doubt and question whether or not it's true and real. I don't have to secretly assume that everything they say, they're probably holding something back. And I don't have to hold myself back from somebody who wants to give to me. I actually believe that I can meet somebody who wants to give to me like that, and vice versa. I believe in my possibility of having a 2 of Cups and having a happy marriage. I don't think this Leo ever fully believed in that. That's the route they could take this month if they chose to. They do not have to believe in any of that. They do not have to go through this thought transformation. But this pathway that's open to them is a major, like I say, a thought transformation that then impacts their external world. And that is only if they choose to take that action, that pathway. But wow, what a fantastic change of energy our character could have in this month, should they choose to address that. Let me just get one last card here for that 2 of Cups that we saw. Does that represent that this Leo could actually, we have Justice again. This almost feels like if there were a relationship that were troubled between Leo and possibly a Libra, that could be healed. And that might be their 2 of Cups person. And part of that conflict could come from the fact that maybe Leo didn't ever really truly believe that this person loved him. And maybe this person has, but Leo couldn't accept it until now. So it could have been their contribution to, where the problem was, at least up until now. Big mental changes for this month if Leo chooses to take that path. All right, take care. Thanks, guys, for being here.